The index that every financial advisor told you to just buy and hold forever might be quietly becoming one of the riskiest bets you can make right now. We're not talking about a crash. We're talking about something sneakier, a slow, suffocating trap dressed up in a blue chip suit. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The S&P 500 is no longer 500 companies in any meaningful sense. 10 stocks, just 10, now control nearly 40% of the entire index's weight. Meaning, when you buy the market, you're mostly buying a handful of tech giants and hoping they never have a bad decade. Think of it like ordering a pizza and being told it's loaded with toppings, only to discover that 90% of it is just one guy's pepperoni. The diversification you think you're getting is largely an illusion, and the illusion has been very expensive to maintain. How did we get here? A decade of near-zero interest rates acted like rocket fuel for growth stocks, inflating valuations far beyond what earnings alone could justify. And passive index investing poured trillions of dollars automatically into the biggest names, making the big even bigger. It's a self-reinforcing loop that worked brilliantly until it didn't. And the moment the music changes, say, when rates stay higher for longer, the whole choreography falls apart. We are now living in that moment, and most people's portfolios haven't gotten the memo yet. Remember 2021, when every headline screamed that tech was unstoppable and the metaverse was going to replace your living room? That optimism has since been quietly walked back, replaced by a more sobering realization that artificial intelligence infrastructure costs are absolutely enormous. The capital required to build and run these AI systems is so staggering that it's compressing the very margins that justified those sky-high valuations in the first place. Structural inflation isn't going away either, and that's the part nobody wants to say at the dinner table. Geopolitical fragmentation, energy hoarding by rival nations, and deglobalization are baking higher prices and therefore higher interest rates into the economic foundation for years to come, and high rates are like kryptonite for long-duration growth stocks. Historically, every era of extreme market concentration has eventually corrected toward broader participation. The Nifty 50 of the 1970s, the dot-com bubble of 2000, each felt uniquely permanent right up until it wasn't. The lesson the market keeps teaching, and that investors keep paying tuition to relearn, is that trees don't grow to the sky no matter how convincing the story sounds. There's also a hidden headwind lurking in private credit markets that almost nobody is talking about at the barbecue. Liquidity is quietly draining from leveraged loans and private debt structures. And when that pressure finally surfaces, it has a way of compressing public market multiples faster than anyone modeled. Now, a common misconception is that avoiding the S&P 500 means you're being bearish or that you're trying to time the market. That's not what this is. This is about recognizing that a cap-weighted index at extreme concentration and elevated valuations is a structurally different risk profile than what most long-term investors signed up for. The practical response isn't panic, it's recalibration. Think equal-weighted index funds, dividend-paying value stocks, and sectors that actually benefit from inflation, like energy, industrials, and financials. You don't need to be right about the timing. You just need to be positioned so that multiple outcomes don't destroy you. Discipline and position sizing will always outperform conviction and bravado. The investor who survives to fight another decade is the one who never bet the whole farm on a single narrative. Process beats prediction, patience beats panic, and a boring, diversified portfolio has a way of winning simply by not losing catastrophically. At the end of the day, markets reward those who prepare rather than those who predict. And being comfortable with multiple outcomes, including a long stretch of modest returns, is itself a competitive advantage. Whether the S&P grinds sideways for 5 years or surprises everyone, a rational, diversified strategy keeps you in the game regardless. The real irony here is that the safe choice, blindly buying the index, has slowly become the bold, concentrated bet, while genuine diversification has become the contrarian move. We live in a world where the conventional wisdom and the risky move have completely swapped jerseys, and most investors haven't noticed yet. So whether you're rethinking your portfolio, building long-term wealth through real assets, or just trying to make smarter financial decisions, we can help you get started, whether that's real estate investing, home contracting work, or finding the right lenders. Check out our links in the description below.